There, Pisces, Healing Grasshopper, here to do your third week in August reading, the 17th to the 24th. Lovely. Wheel of Fortune. We have good days coming ahead. Good fortune. Upright card. Next to the Ten of Swords. Spirit clearly saying that the difficult times are over. Better days ahead, difficult times over. Isn't that nice to hear for once after Pluto being in Capricorn and kicking our asses for the past 20 years? The sun is coming out. The Seven of Wands. So this is talking about you managing things well. That even though you have a whole lot of tasks to do, you're you're taking care of them and you're on top of it, right? This guy is above all of these ones here. He's on top of things. You're doing just fine. Aquarius was getting that reassurance too. If you have Aquarius in your chart, you might want to have a look. It's a little bit of the same message. Kind of. Mm. Yeah, Aquarius got two of swords too. Okay. Two of swords reversed? No. The moon reversed. Thank goodness. Parachutes. Okay. So, Pisces, you're not alone. You, like most people in the collective, have gone through quite a bit in the past few years. Recent and distant past, right? Because we're talking about a span of 20 years that we're emerging from. But as we're emerging from this and our energy is changing, and I've been saying this to you for a while about the energy changing, there can kind of be a feeling of I just had a vision of, that there's like this scene that you'll see in movies, often independent films every now and then, where they'll have the cinematic scene with someone like, and it's kind of drawn back from someone getting off of a bus and the bus pulling away, and they're just like kind of standing there with a suitcase in the desert or whatever, and they're looking around them like, okay, now what do I do? That's the vision I got. That's what this is here. Like you kind of have this feeling of as you're taking care of each task, things are kind of winding down and now I got the buffering symbol. Calculating, recalculating, right? But you're not really sure what's next. The Hierophant here is saying, for especially under the Seven of Wands, is just if you focus at on each task at hand, this feeling of what's next is going to dissolve just one step at a time. This is like you're getting ahead of yourself. You're looking too far ahead. This is not, well, that's not true. I was just about to say, this isn't a very strong moon here, but that's not true because it's in the middle of your reading here. Confusion. The reason why I said it's not a strong moon is because I, in the moment, I was feeling like don't let that doubt in your lack of clarity um, overwhelm you. You're in a time where things feel kind of cloudy. Just, it's like, don't be afraid of the fog. Don't be afraid of the dark. You're fine. You're supported. Um, and you're just going through a transition. At some point, the sun's going to come out. You're going to have plenty of clarity. Your future is going to be bright, and you're going to see ahead of you very well. And but until then, just focus on what's right in front of you. And it's kind of like when you're driving in the fog, you're frustrated because the habit of a good driver is to look far off into the distance when they're driving, but the fog kind of prevents us from doing that. So we're forced to kind of look a little closer ahead of us towards the ground instead of off in the horizon. Um, but Spirit is saying that's okay. You're just going to need to, but right. So the rest of that thought is when you're in the fog and you're looking down at the ground, what is the one thing that you need to do when you're forced to do this? Slow down, right? You can't, you're in the fog. You can no longer drive 65, 75 miles an hour. You have to slow down because you can't see off in the distance. You're going to need to give yourself time to stop because all you can see is what's on the ground in front of you. That's what this is. Like, take it easy, relax. And, I was definitely telling Aquarius this too. Take it easy, relax, slow down, and um, really assess each step as you take it, and you'll be just fine. And Hierophant is about what you obligations, what you have to do, what you must do, right? So just focus on the things that you have to do that are put in front of you, and you deal with that thing one wand at a time. You'll be fine. Mhm. Eight of Cups. We'll see if that's reversed in a moment. Let's turn our deck around. Chariot still came out reversed. I don't know. Reverse Chariot? No. Either of these reversed? No. Okay. Okay. So a part of the reason why things become cloudy here is because of the leg of the path that you're on right now. And like you can make a whole movie based on this card. I mean, that's true for all of the cards, but you know, and those of you who follow me know or who are subscribed to me know that this card is my favorite card. This is the Be Your Own Hero card that I call it. He's leaving these 8 upright cups to go off on his path and find something better for himself because he knows these cups no longer serve him. He can find something better for himself. So you have already decided this, but um, it's like, where do I go now? And my eyes just went to the 2 moons here. This moon is depicting fogginess, a lack of clarity, right? But funny enough, this moon here talks about intuition. Um, this interaction here, if you look very closely, you can see that the moon has a face here. The moon is looking down at this guy here, and he's looking up at the moon. There's a dialogue here of them, him getting downloads from the moon, and the moon is guiding him. Um, so on this leg of your journey, you just need to have faith and follow your intuition. You'll be fine. Page of Pentacles, we have you beginning to see the value in your choice and how you are sure that the path that you've chosen is the right one. And then there's the Chariot, the getting on with it all here under the Hierophant, right? So this is taking care of things, like I said, one by one, and you just getting on with it. And as you do this, the fog will clear. You're just going to need to take careful and conscious steps. Wait, what do I just see? The hangman is up right here. Is this ours? No. Okay. What's our outcome card? Whoa. We can't reach it. Okay. This is our card? Yes. Okay. Not reverse. Ace of Swords. Again, clarity will come. Is all this is saying. Clarification, please. We have double down of the Ten of Swords. This is a reminder that the worst is over. It's a reminder that the is over. It's kind of like you standing in a thick fog, kind of like being in the dark, and you're like, I'm scared. I don't know what to do. And then spirit is whispering in your ear over your shoulder, like, it's fine. You're fine. The worst is over. There are no monsters here, you know? There's a chariot. We'll see if that reverts in a moment. All 3 of these? Justice, very nice. Queen of Swords. Emperor. Wow. Let's do well, no, let's talk about Chariot. Reversed? No. Worst is over, get on with it. And I always joke that this is your spirit team in the car honking at you, like, let's go. Justice is all will right itself. All will work out. A lot of the time justice will come out, and the Wheel of Fortune is there too. Um, this will talk about, especially, yeah, good karma, the Wheel of Fortune, and justice. Ah, right. And we've got the moon and the two of swords, and the ten of swords. Okay, so this is also reminding you of your good karma too, because you have been wronged lately. It's kind of like wronged, yes, but it's more than that. Like you've gone through karmic lessons that you have graduated from. You have passed and you have moved on from them. You are graduating from those, being released from those karmic lessons. You are no longer in those karmic lessons. So, and things are now going to turn out well for you. It's like you have accrued your good karma from those situations that you've been in. Um, and the emperor here is also talking about that. Like you have been elevated, graduation. I just saw like a crown and a graduation cap. You know, it's like you someone's just placed the graduation cap on your head. Um, you are coming into a new energy, a new paradigm. Queen of Swords in this diagonal line is relating to the Ten of Pentacles, where you are, all the Queen of Swords is cutting out here in this context is your habit of dwelling on the past. You know, it's like that's done. We're not doing it that anymore. We're not dwelling on this because we've got too much to do. Ain't nobody got time to dwell on the past. At least one more, please, for outcome. King of Swords. Hmm. So yeah, there's one more. So Ace of Swords and the King of Swords is it's being having keen foresight. You know, you're going to go from the moon not knowing what the hell is in front of you to things clearing up and you having a very clear view on what's ahead of you and, you know, what you need to move towards. King of Swords is talking about mastery of, right? Because we have graduated, mastery of your karmic lessons and what you need to, what you will recognize and shut down much quicker with this new wisdom that you would have done before. Not the most eloquent way of putting it, but it's like, say, when you were younger, you tolerated a whole lot of things in your relationships that you probably shouldn't, and stayed in relationships longer than you should, where now you're much wiser and you can see red flags coming a mile away and you shut things down before they become a problem, right? Whereas before, when you were younger, they would become full blown, you know, towers in your life, catastrophes that really didn't need to happen, right? Is what this is talking about. It's like being on the graduate level of life here and having the wisdom to deal with things as they come. I have one more. I feel like there's at least one more coming. Okay. Ace of Pentacles. Anything under it? Ace of Pentacles. Okay. Which is making a nod here to the Wheel of Fortune. So, oh, and you have Page of Pentacles here too. Okay. So this is pointing towards your material abundance here. And where you were lacking in the past is going to change. You know, the cornucopia is going to start producing very soon for you. Yeah, 'cause I have a cornucopia very prominent in my mind now. Okay, Pisces, let me know how this resonates. Comments help me with the algorithm, but it also helps my morale. It keeps me going. It inspires me. It keeps me motivated to continue these readings. Um, so if you've got something on your mind, let me know. I will be answering every single one of your comments with glee. It's like Christmas morning for me. I always say that, but it's the truth. Um, I'm assuming this is your sun sign that you're watching. You may not know that you can gain insights from your moon, rising, and north node signs as well. If you don't know what those are, you can calculate them easily for free online. Just Google calculate my blank sign, find out what those are, come back to the Healing Grasshopper channel and watch the corresponding videos. You'll get plenty of valuable messages from those as well. Um, please like and subscribe. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers and beyond. So it is a very quick gesture, costs you nothing, and helps the channel out greatly. So I thank you in advance. If you really are inclined to helping the channel grow, um, you can go into the playlists that I've made, like the Pisces playlist, put it on autoplay for background noise while you're doing your daily tasks or even while you're sleeping, um, because the watch hours really help the channel grow. I thank you in advance. Shout out to my American viewers. I appreciate you and love you all. Hugs go out to all of you. Also, my other English speakers, Canada, UK, Australia, I see you and I am very grateful for all of you. My foreign, um, non-English speakers, um, the Brazilian Portuguese speakers, my Spanish speakers, my Tagalog Filipinos. I see you guys in my analytics. I'm very grateful for you guys. Um, and to my Hindi speakers, the Indians, thank you for subscribing and sticking with the channel. Please stick with the subtitles for now. And as the channel grows and I can afford it, I will start to dub my videos in your languages. But until then, I thank you for putting up with the subtitles. Okay, I will speak to all of you soon. Love, light, and many blessings.